It's great to be here at Dairy Crest in Sevenside to look ahead to what's happening in 2014. The key thing that's going on in the moment is the commodities market, where the global dairy chain, the GDT, is effectively becoming the world stock exchange for dairy. And the key dairy fractions such as butter or cheddar or whey or SMP or BMP are all being traded on an international basis. And that's setting a world price for these key commodities. 2013 has been one of the busiest years for mergers and acquisitions in dairy. Looking domestically in the UK and also looking across the EU, we've seen some big changes.
For instance, in own-label cheese in the UK, that's now almost a two-horse race between the Irish Dairy Board and Arla. And neither of these two companies were in these leadership positions 2 years ago.
One of the key things that's happening in flavoured milk is a move towards functional milks. And historically, consumers have had tubs of product at home, whey powders, etc., where they've mixed it up with water or milk to make their drinks to take to work or take down the gym. Now that effectively that's all moving to ready to drink, and there's been a number of innovations this year that have brought to the market those sorts of products. And I think looking forward to 2014, we're only going to see more of them. 2013, value sales of flavoured milk increased 9.3% and volume sales 5.6%. That puts the total category at some 119 million, which is a big leap from the year before. Effectively, two things drove that. This was a year lots of companies decided to come into the market with innovations and launch new products. And then secondly, promotions in store and other in-store mechanics saw sales take off in store as well. Total category sales have increased as a result, and 2014 looks to be an even bigger year still. One of the really key things that dairy companies need to pay attention to is capacity balance. Too little milk and they won't be able to fully utilise their processing assets, and therefore the assets are idle and that dilutes the milk price. Too much milk and you can't process it all, which means you need to trade it and you don't necessarily get a full return, and that in turn dilutes the milk price. So dairy companies really need to try and match up their processing assets with their milk supply. And this is very difficult in a global market where weather, seasonality, demand and prices are constantly moving around.
A lot happened in butter production last year. Arla moved production into Westbury, meaning that Anchor is now a British product. Muller Wiseman opened up in Market Drayton in December, and Dairy Crest moved butter packing into Kirby. British provenance is increasingly being used by butter companies to increase sales and inspire brand loyalty. They're using a lot of on-pack flashes saying supporting our British farmers or Prince's Countryside Trust. This is a major point of difference for butter companies, as shoppers feel that British origin and British credentials are a main reason behind purchase. Value sales of diet spreads are down 4.1%. This is because consumers have a fear that they contain additives and E-numbers to improve their taste. This shows that there is the opportunity for healthy but natural spreads.
Liquid milk is a tale of three markets. Whilst UHT is declining slightly and doorstep milk in serious long-term decline, fresh liquid milk continues to grow. It's now some 5.2 billion and last year saw volume growth of 1.5%. One of the key trends that's going on in the market at the moment is the explosive growth in lactose-free, in yogurts, in butter, in cream and in fresh and UHT liquid milk. This market segment is showing the same growth that free-from, gluten-free, wheat-free is experiencing elsewhere. 2013 saw a huge amount of capital invested in liquid milk processing in the UK. Here at Sevenside, some 22 million. Aylesbury for Arla came on stream, the UK's first billion-litre dairy, and also Muller Wiseman investing significant amounts as well. The big issue of 2014 looking forward will be quotas. Despite abolition happening in 2015, 2014 will be the year when the groundwork is in place and we see the first signs of the market tightening in response to this. And the key question is, will the UK have enough milk supply to respond?